Hey everyone, I recently went to Georgia Keeper's mountain trip and it was great. It was one of the best competitions I've ever been to. There's 3 rounds of FMC at this competition, which is one of the reasons why I wanted to go. And I wanted to talk about the 3rd scramble of the first round. This is all I wrote down during the attempt, both these sheets of paper. This was in the last 3 or 4 minutes and this was the rest of the hour. I submitted a 26, which is this solution down here, and I'm going to go over this 26 and also this 20 that I found, but I'll explain why I didn't submit the 20 once I go through it. So this is the scramble. I didn't do much on inverse. I didn't do anything on inverse for either of my solutions. I honestly wasn't having very much success with finding stuff in the first 20 minutes or so, but what I ended up going with was U, R, F, U, and it builds this 2x2x1, and then this edge is kind of close, this edge is here, and I didn't want to just do that. So what I did was I made this pair because I wanted to make this 2x2x3, and I saw this pair could be made pretty easily like that, and it also makes this pair in the back. And what I originally tried doing up here didn't include matching this pair up first, but that's what I ended up going with. I wrote down the D2 with a question mark and then continued on with it from here. And then what I did was that to make that, and it also builds this 2x2x1, and then to put this pair in, you can move this out of the way and do it like that. But instead of doing that last F prime, I preserved that 2x2 and also made these 2 pieces not be together like that. And then I ended up just solving this pair because it wouldn't hurt this, and it also puts all the edges in the correct place. So that's 22 to 3 corners. So I looked for insertions and didn't find anything until here, and it's pretty straightforward. It's just something like that, and then you just insert the pair the same way, and it cancels 4 right here. So that gave me a 26, which was my personal best, but I had some time left. I don't remember how much time I had after finding the 26, but I knew I wanted to keep going just because I had more time, and so I did. So the 20 starts off the same way. I did a U, R, F, U to build that, F, L2, F prime to build this pair, D2, L to build all this stuff, and then F prime, D, and then this is where it gets different, because before I just did R prime to build that, but instead I did R2 to put this pair together, and then D prime to preserve it when I do the R, and then after that it's stuff is coming together pretty well. So just another D prime, F, D prime, and you're at 3 corners, which is 17 moves. So this is where I did the insertion. It's just 3 moves back into the skeleton right here, and so what I did was a D2 and then just insert, and it cancels 5 moves. So why I didn't submit the 20, this is the skeleton for it here, the 17, and as you can see I was having problems writing stuff down. I was scribbling stuff out. I was scribble out a 2 here to add a prime, and then I had the insertion, and it's still confusing to me today what I'm trying to write here. There's a couple different ways you could do the insertion. I don't know if they were all the same number canceled, but as you can see I was having trouble getting it correctly, and so then I got a different piece of paper to make it more clear, because I got this to work, but one of these D's should be a D prime, basically, the last one. So I tried writing it down up here. It didn't work. It's exactly right, but this needs to be a D prime. And I should have been able to see that. It's the second to last move. I should have been able to see that it needed to be a D prime. And I just couldn't get it to work. and time was running out, and I couldn't figure it out, so I submitted the 26 as time ran out. So the problem I was running into is I was looking at the wrong D moves when I was trying to figure out which one was wrong. It was just this last one, which I should have gotten to, but I spent too much time messing around with these last few D moves right here and just doing wrong stuff. Like, there's no R moves in that insertion. I didn't need to be writing those in the last couple of minutes. So that was pretty frustrating once I just, after the attempt was over and my nerves and adrenaline were settling down, that I was able to just do it. But, oh well.